YouTube, how we doing? PPS here. YouTube play of the day. We got one spot today. We're going to be heading over to the Diamond MLB, ready to roll for this morning. So I'm going to try my best this year for MLB just because I know I'm going to have so much action throughout the year. I'm just going to try and track all my YouTube plays together. I don't think it'll be too hard because I usually don't do YouTube play of the days and pass the prop on the same day, but I'm going to try my best to keep all that straight. And we're starting off the season 3-0 on the channel. I think we just cashed yesterday as well with Jeffrey Springs under earned runs. He did fantastic, 6 innings. Feeling good about where we're at here so far to start the season. I believe I've only given out those 3 free picks, but if you guys follow me on Action, I believe we started out the season like 6-0. Even cashing a plus 440. Bobby Witt still on base, so really like that spot, and I'm liking what we have today. So let me pull up my screen here again, and we'll get it rolling. So I'm going to be playing a plus money spot, plus 103. Team total for the Phillies over 2.5. Jonathan Cannon under 4.5 strikeouts. I definitely like the spot. Let's talk about the Phillies a little bit. They faced Jake Irvin today. Jake Irvin, obviously, he's a good pitcher. I think he's actually done pretty well for himself. I just don't like worrying about that bullpen. And I also don't like to worry about only missing 20% of bats. He has a 22% whiff rate, which is not good either. So you add that on top of the fact that their bullpen is atrocious. We saw Mackenzie Gore have the outing of his lifetime and still not get the win. Right? He had 13 strikeouts, no walks, 6 innings, and still did not get the W out there. So that is something that always is lingering in the back of my mind there. So really like this spot for the Phillies offense to kind of get it done. And I think the play that's obviously carrying most of the weight is Jonathan Cannon under 4.5 strikeouts. It's minus 160. I don't play that. I don't even play minus 140s. I think Jeffrey Springs yesterday was minus 140 for under earned runs, and I had to play it with something to make sure we don't have that because baseball is way too variant to be trying to bet some juice. So I'm going to be rolling with Cannon under 4.5 Ks. Let's talk about it a little bit. So we saw Burke for the White Sox start for opening day. A 30% swinging strike rate guy, really, really good swing and miss stuff, at least in AAA. He only had 3 strikeouts against these guys, and I think Jonathan Cannon is very much a guy who will be okay with letting you make contact, right? So I specifically targeted right-handed bats in this spot because you should have a lot of the guys that I'm worried about for strikeouts, right? Taylor Ward, Jorge Soler, Mike Trout, Logan O'Hoppe, Tim Anderson, a lot of those righties that'll kind of be the guys that I'm worried about for swinging and missing. But let's take a look what he does against right-handed bats. So last year, specifically against righties, he was 38% sinker, 35.5% sweeper, 13% cutter, and then changeup, four-seam are down the list a little bit at 6 and 5%. So changeup and four-seam are actually his 2 highest whiff pitches at 38 and 32%, and combined he uses that 12% of the time. So he's not in there trying to make you swing and miss. He's trying to get deep in these ball games and really start working these quick innings. So looking at these sinkers, obviously you're not going to get a ton of swing and miss, right? Sinker is to get soft contact. It is not to get swing and miss. It is to get the bat off the barrel and induce a lot more ground balls. So when I look at cutters, and not all cutters are created the same. So when I look at cutters and I look at a sinker pitcher, I'm looking at a guy who usually just wants to, let these guys put the ball in play and work deep in the ball games. But sinker only had a 12% whiff rate on it. The sweeper, obviously 28%. It's going to obviously be a lot higher. But what I will say is you got to get ahead of these guys. And if you're going to throw, 52% sinker cutter to righties, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of balls get put in play, right? So Obviously, if you want to look at Cannon in terms of how deep he gets in this ball game, I can't imagine he goes that deep. And if he does, I think it's because he is having very quick innings and is able to maybe get to the 6th inning just because of all the ground balls he is able to create with that sinker. And looking at a couple of those lefties where when he actually has these swing and miss pitches, right, the lefties, he has a very good changeup that he specifically throws to lefties. That's his highest whiff pitch. He goes the 4-seam a lot more to those guys as well, about 50% combined with those. We have no Shanuel, doesn't strike out. Rengifo, a lot better than the guys I listed from the right side in terms of strikeouts. So definitely a spot that I want to attack because the guys that I trust to put the ball in play, being the lefties, have a little tougher matchup because he does have reverse splits because of a really good changeup. So I really like this spot. Hopefully you guys are good with me kind of going a little bit in depth into the pitching side of this stuff because I love talking about it. And hopefully we can get to 4-0 and cash a plus money spot. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you could hit that like button, I really appreciate it. Go follow me on Action. I have the link in my description over on Twitter. And if you want more plays and want to join VIP because we've been cooking on the MLB streets, make sure you shoot me a DM over on Twitter. Best of luck to you guys today. Elite 8 action as well to get you guys started. A really, really exciting time for sports. So thank you guys and best of luck today.